How's it going, everyone? Seeing this news really make the rounds on social media, and obviously the biggest takeaway from the report that potentially there may be some PlayStation exclusives that will be delayed in the second half of the current fiscal year. Spider-Man 2, that is the game that everybody's looking at as a potential delay. I ultimately don't think that's going to happen, but we'll talk about it and some other news and notes off of that and opinions from me. Titan Quest 2 has been revealed from PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series and PC. Did not expect this one, coming from THQ Nordic, which seemingly they bring back every darn IP that they could get their hands on. And hey, more power to them, because it's pretty cool to see stuff like this happen. And then we also have an update on Ease 10. We'll talk that at the end of this video. But first of all, as noted on Game Rant, Sony's latest financial report indicates that the company delayed multiple PlayStation exclusives which were originally meant to release in the second half of its current fiscal year. This turn of events raises additional concerns about the gaming giant's near-term ability to add system sellers to the PS5 game catalog, which is obviously still abundant with cross-generation titles like God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Gran Turismo 7, even games like Spider-Man Miles Morales. Now, it remains to be seen on whether this is also indicative of other exclusives being delayed, but not officially announced. Given that Spider-Man 2 is coming out at the end of October, I saw a lot of people think, hey, is Spider-Man 2 gonna get delayed? I highly doubt that's the case, because at this point, they're really putting the promotional muscle behind it. You know, when you have, like, the expensive pieces of plastic, when you have the console being rolled out, and the console's coming out very soon, you've got a release date for the game that's only over 2 months away. I really don't think Spider-Man 2 is going to get delayed, and I do see some people being worried about that. If it happens, that would be a complete train wreck disaster. Like, at that point, like, the PlayStation 5 literally got nothing this year outside of a timed exclusive that Sony paid for, which would just be wild to think about. And I already said the PlayStation 5's library this year has been incredibly weak, but stripping away Spider-Man 2 would be disastrous in my opinion. And some people might say that's a little bit of a stretch and that's hyperbole. No, I literally think it would be disastrous if they didn't have Spider-Man 2. And I really think that this generation has been one of the weaker generations in gaming. Like, Sony's done an okay job, but it's just been straight cross-gen outside of like Demon's Souls and Ratchet Rift Apart. Spider-Man 2 is really one of the first true next-gen titles. What was the last true next-gen game that we got outside of Final Fantasy 16? Like, are we talking Ratchet Rift Apart? Like, my memory's a little bit foggy as far as that's concerned, but all of the major 2022 outings, Horizon, GT, God of War, all cross-gen games. Let's get next generation going. What are we? We're about to be 3 years into this generation, and we can't get a sizable amount of next-gen titles. Demon's Souls and Ratchet were super early on, and then we just had this, you know, silent period of next-gen titles. Spider-Man 2 really can fill a void and hopefully start a momentum, as long as Sony doesn't pop off with these live service games that, you know, I'm not gonna crap all over it. Let's see how they do, but man, oh man, do I got a feeling that Fair Game and Concord are not gonna be the titles that people want to see out of Sony in the year 2024. I think people want to see Ghosts of Tsushima 2. I think people want to see, you know, maybe a new Infamous. I think people want to see, you know, Last of Us Part 3, whatever. Games like that, single player, big budget titles, and I get it. Sony's got to diversify their portfolio, and I've been very much mindful of that, but you could diversify with, like, you know, a Killzone 2 remaster. Do we gotta be a broken record about that once again? But, you know, hopefully Spider-Man 2 is not going to get delayed, and I don't think it is. Like, I really don't think it is, and I saw some of the rhetoric on Twitter. Like, I just think that would be absolutely crazy. I think what they're suggesting is that games that they were expecting maybe in the beginning of 23, that, hey, this game will be out in the fall. Okay, now those games have been pushed. What those games are, I don't know. But, yeah, that's what I would expect to be what they reference in that statement. Moving on from that, I do want to note Titan Quest 2 has been announced for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC. Did not expect this one. This was announced at the THQ Nordic event. Return to the classic mythology-inspired setting of Titan Quest. Go toe-to-toe with legendary monsters in this action-packed RPG as you journey across a fantastical reimagining of ancient Greece. Nemesis, goddess of retribution, is out of control. She is corrupting the threads of fate and is pushing all those who Opposer, pick up your weapon, fight epic battles alongside the gods, and change fate itself in Titan Quest 2. Key features: note, Titan Quest 2 offers a flexible character system. Create your own hero, including the class, by combining 2 masteries. Every bit of loot is rather important. Even the most common spear can be upgraded to a unique weapon worthy of legendary tales. Enemies can form factions and work together to combine their abilities and skills. A beautiful handcrafted world awaits. Traverse stunning vistas with your divine mount and explore environments with details and secrets. Gameplay looks pretty solid. Visuals look like obviously a gigantic step up from the original. A true next-gen only title. How about that? PS5, Xbox Series, PC. I'm not going to say that this game looks so great that it could only be on PS5, but, you know, next-gen being utilized is always a good thing, and hey, hopefully it's 60 frames per second, all that good stuff. It'll have single-player, co-op, and PvP online multiplayer modes. We don't have a release date. Would imagine 2024 for this. Lastly, I do want to note that Ys Nordics gets an action introduction trailer, a video overview of cross-action and mana actions. It notes cross-action solo mode control either Adol or Karja during battle, automatically evade while using dash moves to keep your enemies guessing. Dual mode control both of them at the same time. Use Just Guard and Revenge to gain the upper hand. Mana action: highlight attack occurs when you automatically evade or use Just Guard against a specific enemy attacks with a flashy effect. String: swing on mana strings to reach faraway places. You can also move objects and flip switches in dungeons. Ride: glide across the ground on your Grimble board. Cross perilous terrain at exhilarating speeds. And then burst: charge and release bursts of mana energy. Switch between flame and ice attacks depending on the target. Ys Nordics is due out for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch on September the 28th in Japan and Asia. I would imagine the North American release would happen sometime in 2024. There's always a bit of like a delay, not a sizable delay with the North American release when it comes to Ys, but I do believe it's usually like 9 months to a year. So I imagine Ys 10 will fare somewhat similarly with that regard. But the game looks great, and Ys is one of those franchises, much like Tales, super consistent in terms of every game being at least very good, like in that at the lowest, like the 7.58 range. And then I thought Ys 8 was really great, and I thought Ys 9 was really great as well. So a franchise I would highly recommend. If you've never played any of the games, I think Ys 8 and 9 are both on PlayStation Plus Extra. So, like, play Ys 8. That game is a really good gateway into Ys, and Ys 9, again, is really good. A darker tone to Ys 9, but Ys 8 has a kind of a dark tone to it as well at times. But, yeah, very vibrant game. Obviously, technically speaking, the games are never going to be blowaway. I would say that maybe it would do Ys good if it got, like, that technical jump up like Tales have got with Tales of Arise, but who knows if that'll ultimately ever happen. Hopefully, it does at some point, but for now, what Ys is offering is still quite good. But that is going to do it for me. Again, Sony hinting at delays of some PlayStation exclusives. I think this is mainly in regards to, you know, games that were internally delayed. I don't think more delays are to come, because at this point, you look at the calendar, like, Sony's got nothing coming out. They got Spider-Man 2, and that's it. If there's anything else to delay, it'll be Spider-Man 2 as far as first party goes. Maybe there's, like, some VR titles or something like that that I'm not thinking of. Titan Quest 2 coming to PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Probably 2024, and Ys Nordics gets its action introduction trailer. That'll do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.